And what triggered me to do this video is a comment section. I read, and I see people talking about, oh, why is Mama Evelyn doing different thing from Prophet TB Joshua? Now, I want to answer you. Moses was a very powerful leader, and so to speak, very, very meek at the same time. Now, he finishes his mission, and God knows anybody who have to take over from Moses had a lot of things to do as much as leadership is concerned. They are now in the wilderness, and they had received instructions from God up to a certain level. And the people were looking like, oh, it's like God is disappointing them. And Moses also standing in between was like, God, have mercy on these people. And these people were like, no, you don't have to tell us what to do. Your God is failing us. And then now there was a need for the next move to be very, very aggressive to the Canaan land, to the promised land. Now, at that moment, exactly at that moment, so God raises up another leader through Moses. So Joshua props in, Joshua comes into the scene. Now, there are two character traits of a different kind that we may need to understand in this context. There is a character trait of Moses and character trait of Joshua. Moses molds Joshua into the space. Moses raises Joshua to take over. But they have two very contrasting differences. Now, Moses is a very powerful and meek. But then, Joshua is very aggressive. And I know it was because of the assignment he was to take over from that time. There was a need for him to be very, very agile and very, very active in a different level compared to his predecessor, Moses, as a servant of God. Now, these two character traits were very different. And what I'm trying to say in this is that if you see the platform and foundation of Scoan, and what triggered me to do this video is a comment section. I read, and I see people talking about, oh, why is Mama Evelyn doing different thing from Prophet TB Joshua? Now, I want to answer you today. I want to give you a very reliable answer in this one. Now, if you see the former disciples, the way they are behaving around, the way they are handling, and it is not just now, they have been doing the same things even before the mentor, Papa TB Joshua dies. You see, goes to be with the Lord. Now, this season, there is a place God is taking the people in Scoan. And there is a way, this group, for them to reach to a certain level that God spoke with them. There must be a leader that has a lot of direction, not just smiling. I didn't say there is a difference of who is bigger than who within the context. I think the terrains of seasons and time have quite changed. And not just changed, even the personalities that are on the ground have already been changed. And you can see the former disciples are also laboring so hard to derail Scoan at a whole. And then as well, Pst Evelyn, God has already prepared her with specific instruction to counter every kind of alienations that we are talking about from behind. And these people, they really need to see the seasons change. The former disciples, even the other prophetesses you see around, like Yinka and Anne, you see around moving here and there, speaking, oh, we have been here with Prophet TB Joshua for 20 years, 30 years. Some people talk about their lifetime in Scoan. Well, it's because there was a time when God would speak softly and would talk to them in a way that they would feel like they are the ones who own everything. Now, this walk of faith that Mama Evelyn is now preparing for tomorrow, it does not need a lot of smiles. I said it in a previous video. That one that I was talking about, Mama Evelyn is a serious administrator. Now, I want to give it now in a slightly different way for you to understand what I really talked about. Mama Evelyn is a kind of a leader that any joker will not joke around. I'm telling you, that woman was prepared by God, not just now, way back. She was prepared by God way back. If I want to indulge you into the context of Moses and Joshua, you will find out that Moses was a kind of a diplomatic spiritual leader. And Joshua was kind of a literally military spiritual leader. I want you to understand that. Spiritually, like a military kind of, it was war. Because Joshua was prepared when war was everywhere. They were to take this territory, take another territory as they continue to another and continue to another. Moses was like, God, what do we do here? Oh, I do this. Oh, no, don't do this. Moses was negotiating with God all over. But then it reached to a place where Joshua, it was warfare. For us to pass to the next level, to the promised land, there was to be war, nothing else. Now, the context of these former disciples, the way they are coming, you don't need negotiation with them. You are in or you are out. And this brings me to this point where I really advise the former disciples to be careful. Because right now, if they will not be relevant in Scoan, there is a very high possibility God will give grace upon Pastor Evelyn that when they just carelessly handle the relationship with Scoan, carelessly, I strain that point part, carelessly handle the relationship with Scoan, they will find themselves irrelevant in Scoan and also irrelevant elsewhere. That's your food for the thought. This is Timothy Profitable and Levoy TV. We handle your spirituality, economic, and social matters. See you in the next episode.